city by the bay. San Francisco has been called the Paris of the West. Ever wonder why? Maybe it's the old world streets, the classic architecture, or the wide variety of fine dining. And you can find this place that fits the French billing to a T.
The Musée Mécanique is my kind of place.
This place holds one of the largest collections of vintage arcade games in the world, including pinball, which back in the day was considered a game of chance and banished to the back rooms of arcades. But in 1976, a guy named Roger Sharp proved to the New York City Council that pinball was a game of skill. Now meet Roger's son, Zach Sharp. Not only does this guy have pinball in his blood, he has won over 50 world-class tournaments. We've all played this game, although in many cases not very well. Now it's time to step it up in pinball.
The bottom line with pinball is keeping your ball alive. And to do that, you need a little flipper 101. One of the biggest mistakes I see with most people, they play with both flippers. They hit them erratically.
You know, if you're a boxer, are you going to punch with both hands at the same time? I would treat, you know, your flippers as extensions of your hands. You want to use each flipper independently.
There's a good reason for this. When both flippers are in a down position, the gap of the drain is 63 millimeters wide. But when you raise one flipper at a time, not only are you shortening that gap by 6.5 millimeters, you also play with a much greater degree of self-control.
So one thing that I tell people is if you're not comfortable playing, you know, one flipper at a time, play one-handed. It kills two birds with one stone. Not only can you anticipate where the ball is going, you're still only going to be flipping with one flipper.
The next thing you need to know is how to control the ball.
The scariest part about pinball is when you plunge the ball, because right now I have no control over the ball, where it's going, but now I've got control. I cradle it. Now I can do whatever I want. You know, say that you have the ball cradled on the left flipper, and there's nothing to shoot for on the right, but there's something over here I want to shoot for. Right now, I can't do that, because the ball is cradled on the left flipper. So you can do what's called a tap pass. If you, I don't know if you see the flipper kind of moving, fluttering a little bit. I'll attempt what's a tap pass. If you can execute it well, you can shoot wherever you want. There's also a move called a post pass, which if I flip the ball quick enough, I can make it bounce off the bottom of this plastic post, and it'll traject the ball over here. There you go. There's the post pass.
Passing is one thing, but shooting is another.
In pinball, you've got to know the angles.
Don't just send the ball flying. Figure out where you will get the most points and send it there.
How do you get that ball to go where you want it to go?
Most pinball players, you want to map out what I want to shoot for. So now that I have the ball cradled on this right flipper, I'm going to shoot for this 2X target. Oh wow, that was really early. So logically, what should I do?
I would do the same thing, just wait till a second later.
Perfect answer. It's like any bat and ball game. You know, you're hitting it too early, hitting it too late. You try to get control, adjust, muscle memory. You can hit what you're aiming for.
It's all about positioning on the flipper. Closer to the end, it'll shoot farther out. Park dead center, it'll plow up the middle. You want to pin that ball right where your target is to rack up the points. But sometimes, no matter how good you are, you still need a little extra help.
Well, fortunately, I can show you what many people will never see in their life.
It's Game On, America, where we give you the winning formula for all kinds of games. And right now, we're hitting the pinball machine. We've shown you the secrets to ball control and hitting your targets.
I can map out what I want to shoot for.
But the best way to learn a game is to really get inside of it.
You always hear the expression tilt. This is where it came from.
Yes.
Explain to us what tilt is.
Well, fortunately, I can show you what the inside of a pinball machine looks like. So over here is what's called a plumb bob. If you shake it too much, this metal plumb bob is going to make contact with this circle, and you'll hear what happens. Tilt. So you shake it too much, that makes contact, kills power, lose your ball. If you pick up the machine, this device is put into play. This will roll, make contact, tilt the same way that this would tilt.
Now that you've stuck a peek inside, you know you've got a little bit of wiggle room before it actually tilts.
So it's trying to find that fine line of how much can you get away with. So like right now, if the ball is going down the side, I can shake the machine. I can change the trajectory of the ball by nudging it, bobbing it. It makes the ball bounce that much more over.
Zach, now that we've seen everything, I'm going to step back, dazzle me.
I'll try my best.
So just remember, take it one flipper at a time, control the ball, angle those shots, and don't be shy. Do that, and you too can be a pinball wizard like this guy. Now let's head to the gambling